Hi, my name is Alex and you are watching another video of the Unisys Corporation, and in this video we are going to go over some of the features of the administration console, namely the user administration. Now if you will, go ahead and direct your browsers towards unisys-corp.com. That's unisys-corp.com. For those of you that are existing clients, go to your administration console, and for those of you who are not existing clients and wish to follow along with this tutorial anyway, you can go ahead and go to the administration console, but you're going to go and use the example site. Now if you don't know what the example site is, then you can refer yourself to the very first Unisys video. I believe it was titled The Basics of the Administration Console or something along that lines, and it'll give a more in-depth explanation of what the open community account is and what it's for and how to use it. But for now, we will, for those of you who are not logged in, go ahead and log in using your domain name, your username, and your password. And in this video, as in all videos, we're going to go ahead and use the example community account, and we are going to go ahead and click on users. Now as you can see here, the username for the example account is example. I guess it could have been giving a more intuitive name such as user or admin, but in this case it's example. What you see here is the permissions for the example's owner. Now when you initially create a client, or rather an account with Unisys, you are giving a username, a password, and a domain name to log in with. The username and password for the initial account is going to be the account owner. That in the user system for your site, the initial username that was created is considered the account owner. So you cannot delete this, as you can see from the error message here. Now other users you can subsequently delete and modify and create as you wish. Now we're going to go ahead and, by the way, also none of these permissions really apply to the account owner, as it has unrestricted access unless there's any difference with some of the account subscriptions. Now in this case we're going to go ahead and click create new user, and we're going to call this username user1 and give it the password of 654321, and we're going to verify that password. Now here you have several options for this user. And what this interface does is allow you to create other users so that you do not have to share complete control of your account with another person that you would wish to have administrate your site. For example, you can allow them or deny them the ability to create new content if you were even subscribed to that service to begin with, to delete new content, same conditions apply, modify content, to create and modify add spaces. And add spaces is a rather ambiguous name, but it also refers to, it really refers to anything you wish to have dynamic content randomly displayed in, such as maybe even promotions for some of your own company's products, or just advertisements such as Google AdSense advertisements, or PayPal links for products you're selling, or even it can fit video links in there and object and embed tags. Though it's restricted in size. Anyway, we'll cover that more in depth in the ad space tutorial. Now, the rest of the options include check message. If you subscribe to database messaging, it will determine if they're allowed to view the messages and delete the messages and reply to messages, and to manage other users, which is creation and deletion of other users. Now in this case, we're going to say this user can create content, cannot delete content, and can modify content. And we're going to say that they can manage other users. Or rather, we will leave that as a no. We'll go ahead and create this user. Now as you can see, it shows some of the user's default permissions, and we went over some of these options, the more common menu options, in the other video, but I'll go ahead and reiterate them briefly. These links right here enable you, in case you have subscribed to, in the case of content, in case you have existing pages, and in the case of users, existing users, that you would need to sort through them alphabetically to find what you're looking for faster. You can sort by username, their permissions for creating content or modifying content, and it's sorted from A to Z. So it's fairly simple to figure out exactly what the result's going to be from clicking a sort button. Now we are going to go ahead and log in as this user. So we'll still use the same domain name, except now the username is different. And obviously, if the password's usually different if you've created it that way. Now logged in as this user, as you can see, we are able to view the page to create new content, and we're going to create an example page, and we'll leave the category blank since it's never necessary, and we'll give the sort number of 1, and we will give it just a quick tag. Alright, and we will go ahead and submit that. As you can see, we have our created page. Now we're going to head and open our home page and view our example page that our user just created. And when we were done, we can delete that. As you can see by this error message, we do not have sufficient permissions for this task. Contact our site's owner or administrator for this privilege. This is a way to keep your site's administrators from having access to things that you do not otherwise want them having access to, such as creating or modifying users, or ad space. Now let's go ahead and log out and log back in as the site's main administrator. And we will go ahead and get rid of this extra user. Alright, and that concludes the user section of the tutorials. Thank you.